Hey, everyone, it's Danny from Griswold Family Vacay, and welcome to the Griswold Family Vacay Saturday Night Live variety show, where tonight we're going to be talking about 21 landmarks in the United States in 2021. Places you visited, places maybe you haven't visited. We're going to be asking for you guys for your input and your suggestions on some places, national landmarks, and things like that. So, before we get started, let me just welcome everybody in. Thank you for taking the time to come and hang out with us on this Saturday night. And tomorrow is Valentine's Day, so let me wish a very special Valentine's Day to everyone. I'm lucky enough and blessed enough to have a really amazing wife, so I just want to wish her a happy Valentine's Day. She puts up with a lot from me. For a fact. So I love her very much, and happy Valentine's Day to Kimberly and all of you as well. And so today, something that's interesting that happened on today's date, was that in 1866, Jesse James actually held up his first bank. It was actually Jesse James's first bank robbery occurred on this date in 1866. He stole $15,000 from the Clay County Savings Association in Liberty, Missouri. And a lot of people have mixed opinions about Jesse James and the James family, but I actually did like Jesse James. So I'm real. Those of you that know me, you know I'm real big on like Wild West and stuff like that. And I actually did like Jesse James, and I went to his birthplace in Missouri and went to some of the banks there in Missouri that he had robbed. And so I think that's actually kind of a cool fact. Also, for those of you who are fans of comics, the last original Peanuts comic strip appears in newspapers one day after Charles Schultz's death on this date in the year 2000. And we know that every day is a holiday, and so today is World Radio Day. So, and the fact that today is World Radio Day, I'm going to go ahead and ask everybody a question in the chat for me. If you guys could put in for me, what is your favorite radio station and what kind of music does it play? So, what is your favorite radio station and what kind of music does it play? While you guys are doing that, I'm going to go ahead and welcome everybody into the chat. First person I see in tonight is Mr. TJ. Selling away with T&K. Welcome in, TJ. Good to see you, buddy. You had a great stream earlier as well. Getting ready for your Disney trip. That's exciting. I hope you and Kayla have an amazing time. Next I see in Mr. Blaine. Says, hey, and welcome in all. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. And if you are new, hit that red S below. Enjoy the show. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Hey, Keith. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. BADF, the BFD. Welcome in, my friend. Hey, Zoe. Welcome in. Wishing Mouse. Thank you for being here. My dad. Hey, Dad. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Hey, Miss Lori. Good to see you. Glad to be here tonight with you. Well, you know what, Lori? We're glad you're here tonight with us as well. Thank you so much. Najuma. Hey, Najuma. Welcome in. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Ford Man. Magnificent Germany with Darren Raid. Very cool. Thank you for that raid, Darren. Appreciate it, buddy. Welcome in. Hey, and also, guys, right after our show tonight, coming up at 9 o'clock, Mr. Ford Man's going to be going live. So we're going to go over there and raid our good friend and partner channel, Kenny. Hey, Shanna, great to see you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Hey, Kit, good to see you. Surprised to see me on. Kit, we're on every Saturday at this time, 8 o'clock Eastern time. We're live. So speaking of that, if you guys wouldn't mind sharing us out, we'd really appreciate that. That'd be awesome. Share us out. Let everybody know, because maybe people don't know we're on. Who knows? Hey, good to see you, Mike. Welcome in, buddy. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate that. Hey, Dave. Good to see you. Thanks for being here, buddy. Let me see who else we got coming in the door, and then I'm going to go back. I know I'm missing some comments, guys. I'm going to go back and read them about what your favorite radio stations were. Hey, Terry. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Slowly drifting my way. Hey, that's fine. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, so now I'm going to go back and see if you guys, again, I'd ask a question. Today is World Radio Day. So for those of you that are just joining us, if you'd put in the chat for me, what is your favorite radio station, or what was your favorite radio station, and what kind of music, or was it like a sports talk radio or something like that? So what was your favorite radio station, and what kind of radio station was it? If you'll put that in the chat for me, please, I'd really appreciate it. Let's see. Lori says, man, 15,000 was a lot of money back then. You could, yep, that's right. So guys, if you just came in, when we start our Saturday Night Live shows, we always start every Saturday Night Live by giving a couple of facts that happened on this day, and then also telling, like, every day is a holiday. We tell you what holiday it is. And so the cool fact about today was that on today's date in 1866, Jesse James made his first bank robbery, and he stole $15,000. So that's what that is in reference to. Keith's favorite radio station was KDVV V100 FM The Rock. That's cool. You're a rock music fan, huh, Keith? Nice. TJ says he likes the Garth Brooks channel on Sirius FM, plays a little bit of everything. Very cool. Dave says WLNG, Sag Harbor, New York, oldies. Nice. Miss Lori says her favorite radio station used to be KLOS or KORQ, hard alternative rock, back in the late 70s to 90s. Very cool. Hey, Tommy, welcome in, buddy. Tommy says J103 Christian Rock in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Very nice. Oh, got a chat jump there. Just a second. All right. Let's see here. Zoe says 98.7. I don't know what kind of music. All right. My dad said Jake FM country. Yes, sir. That's a good pick. Good pick. Mike says, I used to love to hear the top 40 with Casey Kasem. Also, all sports on the radio. Listen to the Braves play many nights as a kid. Very cool. Very cool. Hey, Roy and Becky. Good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. My dad said the Bobby Bones show. There you go. Mr. Ford Man saying hello to everyone he missed. Thank you for that, Kenny. Hair Nation or on Sirius. There you go. Hey, you know what, Mike? That's exactly what I think as well. Jesse James was kind of like Robin Hood. You're 100% right with that, buddy. 100% right. I mean, what the railroads did to these farmers and along the railroad system, and taking their homes, and basically if they wouldn't give up their land or sell their land, that had been in their family for generation after generation, and they just basically came in and took it by force if they wouldn't sell it, was ridiculous. So I'm 100% right with you. Some people, like I said at the beginning, some people don't like Jesse James, but in a sense, I kind of felt like maybe he was not really a hero, but kind of like a hero. I felt like he really had a lot of conviction, and he fought for what he believed in. So I think that whole James family was actually really cool. And when we took the tour there in Missouri of his homestead, and also in Independence, Missouri, you can go tour a place where Frank James was actually prisoned, like one of the last times he was in prison, and whenever these guys were in prison, uh, depending on where they were in prison at, they got treated like royalty. It wasn't like prison at all. It was really, they got treated well. So I 100% agree, Mike. Hey, somewhere up a creek fishing. Great to see you. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. I had a brother 6 years older who introduced me to punk, and I loved it. Brought him back an album by the Sex Pistols from London when I was 16. Very cool. I like No Shoes Nation Radio. Kenny Chesney, yes sir. Hey Tammy, welcome in. KELI, it was a rock and roll station. The building was on the Tulsa Fairgrounds, so if we got separated at the fair, we knew where to meet. This was when I was young. Very cool. I like Ozzy's Boneyard on Sirius XM too. Very neat. I traveled with the original Oak Ridge Boys. Holy cow, that is awesome. And Wally Fowler, very cool. Hey Eric, good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Miss Ermy, good to see you. How are you? I hope you're doing well. You guys are all getting ready for your big old meetup. That's going to be so much fun. That's awesome. Mike says it was a political statement for sure. Could care less about killing. Yeah. Today, Robin Hood steals money from the hedge fund shorting stocks. Hey, Timmy. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. Nick, good to see you, buddy. Jesse James failed. Yep, I remember that one. Indeed. All right, guys. So, thank you all so much for your participation. It really means a lot. Our Saturday night shows go, and the success of our Saturday night shows are basically 100% dependent on our interaction with you, the chat. So, thank you guys, number one, for being here, and thank you also for interacting with me and with Landon when he's on later. We really do appreciate it. Hey, Troy, good to see you. Ashley, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. All right. So, again, tonight's topic, we started a few weeks back. We started a new segment of our show. It's called 21 and 21. And what we're going to be talking about tonight is 21 national monuments or landmarks that you guys have been to that are important to you and why you like them. And so I put that question in the chat. And so as I go through my list, if you guys will, if you have anything to say about any of the landmarks that I mentioned, if you'll put what your favorite landmark is here in the United States and why you like it as well, I'll make sure I go through and read it. But just my list, again, there's 21. So the number one thing to me is the 9/11 Memorial and Museum in New York City. I've never been to New York City myself, but if I ever did go to New York City, the number one thing that I would want to see is the 9/11 Memorial and Museum. As a teacher, one of the things that I have to teach each and every year that I take a lot of pride in and that I think I have a big responsibility for doing is teaching my students about what happened on 9/11. And what I do to teach that is I teach the story of Wells Crowther. And if you haven't seen or heard about who Wells Crowther is, we have a video on our channel talking about Wells Crowther, but they also have an ESPN documentary over Wells Crowther. So the story of him is amazing. So that for sure is one place I would love to go. The other place there in New York is the Statue of Liberty. I've never visited the Statue of Liberty in person or been to Ellis Island, but I know, like all of us, we have family that went through when they immigrated from Europe. One of the first things they saw was the Statue of Liberty, and the place that they went first was to Ellis Island. So that's a very important place as well. All right, so I'm gonna read a couple more, and then I'm gonna go through the comments, and then I'll go through a few more. Okay, so then a couple of places in Philadelphia that I'd like to go. First one is Independence Hall, which of course is in Philadelphia, and it's the home of the signing of the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution. So for obvious historical reasons and for the importance to the United States, I think that would be a really cool place to go. And also, while I'm in Philadelphia, I would love to see the Liberty Bell. So let me see what you guys have. Timmy says it's cold here in Louisiana. It's 21 here in Louisiana. My dad Charles a race car. Oh, you're building him a race car? Very cool, Timmy. That's awesome, buddy. Hey, Lori, thank you so much. Lori says, please give your thumbs up support with a thumbs up. Thank you. He's from North Carolina, so he knows how to cook some of that good barbecue, Angela. You will love his channel. Yeah. Indeed. Mike does some great cooking. He also, every Monday night at 7 o'clock Eastern time, or Mike with Louis Fat Lives live streams. And he also always has really great cooking guests and travel guests on with him. So make sure you do check him out. I can't wait for Landon's jokes. He'll be here. He'll be here. A few years, you sound like Darren talking when he said Dallas, Florida. Yeah, I saw that. My favorite U.S. landmark is the Grand Canyon because it is the only landmark that has brought me to tears on its beauty. Very nice. Hey, Jeff, good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Eric says, I was at the 9/11 Museum 1 year ago tomorrow. Very cool. 9/11 Museum is moving. I've been there. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, guys. A few years ago, I went to the Smoky Mountains, and I always look at the mountains and seek for the bears. Yeah. See, Ashley, everybody that lives out that way in East Tennessee and the Smokies, they all tell me how easy it is and how many times they've seen black bear out there, but I have not seen a single one. I don't know. Jeff says, I have been to New York City. Terry says, I've loved being at the Grand Canyon. Hey, Jonathan, good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Hey, Carol, Glow, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Mike says, bucket list for me, Statue of Liberty. Well, Miss Lori says, I have a fat photo of my family on top of the World Trade Center building. Oh, man. That's surreal. Blaine's wanting to ask Mike if he rubbed those butts down good. Jeez. Hey, Darren, good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Terry says, I want to see Ellis Island. Yep, exactly. Lots of family went through. Jonathan says he loves seeing Niagara Falls. Nick says, I've been to the crown of the Statue of Liberty. That's awesome. Very, very cool. Mike's answering, I sure did, Blaine, with mustard and then rub. Nick's been to Independence Hall. He's also seen the Liberty Bell. Mike's saying Niagara Falls is definitely a bucket list. Very cool. Keith says 9/11 Memorial and Museum, Statue of Liberty, Independence and Liberty Bell, Gateway Arch, Lincoln Memorial, Washington Monument. Yep. A lot of those are on my list. I've been to Independence Hall and saw the Liberty Bell. Very cool experience. Yep. I have seen the Statue of Liberty when I went on a cruise out of New York in 2000. Yeah, that's probably one of the coolest things about cruising out of New York is the fact that you actually do get to see the Statue of Liberty. So that's very, very cool. Mark and I love seeing historical areas. Gettysburg is awesome. Yep. Gettysburg is very awesome indeed. Tammy's saying she's been to the Statue of Liberty in Ellis Island. Very cool. I agree with number 2. Was on the same family trip. We took Eastern Airlines on a huge East Coast trip. Very cool. I've been to New York. You've not missed anything. I went to New York in the 70s. I met Paul Stanley of the Rock Kiss. I know Paul. He was a taxi driver. And this is, hey, Charles, good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. Grand Canyon is awesome. I have seen some awesome landmarks on my list for this year. I have some awesome. Yeah, I know you do, Lane. That's cool. The Civil Rights Museum was a very moving experience. You know what? You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Do you know who enjoyed the Civil Rights Museum there in Memphis, Tennessee? Was actually my oldest, Adric. He went through most of the time when we go to museums. He will just kind of skim through, and kind of think of it as it's boring, like just stuff to look at. He doesn't really pay attention to, but each and every single item that was in this Civil Rights Museum, everything they had on display, the stories, the speeches, the videos, he got very, very into it. So that was awesome to see that museum really meant that much to him. That was really cool. Eric says, I've been to New York City a bunch, but only went to Ellis Island to see Lady Liberty once in 2002. Okay. We love the Smoky Mountains. I've been 6 to 7 times. Oh, you've only seen a better one. Okay, so I'm glad it's not just me. Jeez. In Philly, I'd like to see the Liberty Bell. Been to New York many times, but have not been to the 9/11 Memorial. I cried when I saw all the names on the Vietnam Memorial in D.C. You will get the black bear's attention with food. Bunny says, go to Cade's Cove, and you normally see a few. It's awesome. I'm in the wrong chat. Oh, you talk about the butt rubs, huh? I see bears by my house all the time. Very cool, Zoe. I enjoyed Mount Rushmore and Rocky Mountain National Park. Okay, Dad, that's good. Very cool. Eric says, I would add Mount Rushmore. Great to see. We saw bear cubs in the Great Smoky Mountains. Thankful we didn't see Mama. Chalmette National Park, also in the Battle of New Orleans, is former member of the 7th Infantry Regiment. It would be great to see where we got our name, Cotton Bellers. Hey, I just want to thank you, Troy, and Darren, and anybody else, Mr. Roy from Roy and Becky's Travels. I want to thank, and my hat's off to all of you guys and girls who served or do serve in our military. Thank you guys so much for your service. We really do appreciate it. Roy says we haven't found our favorite yet. Traffic gets bad here sometimes because there's dead bear. Oh, geez. Niagara Falls is beautiful. Can't wait to go back. Went in 2015. Same here. Do you know New York is 2 states away from me? Yep, I do. I do indeed. I've seen the Statue of Liberty, Empire State Building, Niagara Falls, Grand Canyon. Recommend them all. Yes. You can't go wrong with national parks. That's for darn sure. National parks are some of our family's favorite things. They have a Civil Rights Museum in Greensboro, North Carolina. They have the counter that the World War sit and occurred. Okay, very cool. The one in Memphis is attached to the Lorraine Motel, which is actually where Martin Luther King Jr. got assassinated. So they took the hotel and they built a museum around it. And so that's the Civil Rights Museum that I know of in Memphis, Tennessee. It also has the bus inside of it that from the famous Montgomery bus boycott where Rosa Parks refused to get up and give up her seat. So that was something else that's cool. You talk about Tennessee. Have you went to Elvis Presley? Yep, I have. In Graceland. Me and Timmy been there. 8? Good Lord. We went to the Blue Ridge Parkway a couple times this fall, and one morning right before sun, a black bear crossed the road, right? Very cool. I don't know if you know this, Jonathan, but my wife is actually from Virginia, and we went there maybe about 10 years ago, but we did the Blue Ridge Parkway, but we were there in the middle of the summer, and she's telling me that it's so much better if you go in the in the fall for sure. My dad's grandpa immigrated from Germany before Ellis Island opened for immigrants. Yep. My family immigrated as well, Keith, from Germany. I was born in Tennessee and I've been back twice since. Very cool. All right, so looks like I'm at the bottom. So let me read some more. You guys keep putting in those comments. I mean, you guys are doing awesome. I really, really appreciate the interaction. This is a lot of fun for me for sure. Let me get through this list and then we'll bring on Landon for our jokes. Lucky to live in central Pennsylvania most of my life, and I've been to most of the historical memorials from New York City to D.C. and only 30 minutes to Gettysburg. That is awesome. Zion National Park is beautiful. Yeah, I want to get there really bad, Eric, for real. Route 66 is an awesome national landmark that stretches for 2,400 miles. Lots to see. Hey, you know what, Nick? I'm about 5 minutes away from Route 66 where I live here in Oklahoma. I basically, growing up as a kid, Route 66 was basically in my front yard. Blaine said, would love to see Gettysburg. I saw a bear about 10 feet from the tracks on Amtrak's Empire Builder, so cool. All right, I'm going to leave right here. I'm going to say the rest of, or some more of my list, and then I'll go back through and read what you guys say. So, California, all of these landmarks are in, well, the first two I want to say are in California. I've never been to them, but I'd love to go. My wife actually got the honor, the privilege to go to one of them and got to see the other one, but she actually didn't tour it. And that was Alcatraz Prison, Alcatraz Island, and the Pacific Ocean off the coast of San Francisco, I think would be cool to see. Also, the Golden Gate Bridge would be cool to see. And in Hawaii, it'd be awesome, of course, to visit Pearl Harbor, the Pearl Harbor Museum. In Washington, I'd like to see the Space Needle. And in Nevada, okay, so those are all the ones that I haven't seen. So the ones that I have seen, the ones that I have been to, I've been to the Hoover Dam, which is amazing. If you guys have never been to the Hoover Dam, that's something worth checking out. And just the fact that that whole thing was constructed by hand, and basically when it was constructed, they didn't have a lot of the tools and a lot of the machinery that they do now. And just the size of it and the fact that it basically powers the entire city of Las Vegas is pretty amazing. And then this one's not too far from my house, the Alamo, down in San Antonio, Texas. I've always been a big fan of Texas state history. I probably know Texas state history actually better than I know Oklahoma state history, but the Alamo is something that's of great significance to people around here, and that's a really cool place to check out as well. And then the following are in Washington, D.C. You have your Lincoln Memorial, your Washington Monument, Arlington National Cemetery. All three of those I've seen. We actually, that trip that I told you guys I took earlier, about 10 years ago to Virginia and all that, we actually went to Washington, D.C. We spent 4th of July with our backs against the Washington Monument, looking over to the Lincoln Memorial at the fireworks. And that was an amazing experience. And then when we went to Arlington National Cemetery, what I remember about going there is that the entire time we were there, almost it poured down rain on us. But the one thing that I really remember from the Arlington National Cemetery was that I got to see the changing of the guard at the tomb of the unknown soldier. So that was awesome as well. So let me go through and read some more comments, and then I'll give my last few landmarks, and we'll bring on Mr. Landon for the jokes. Eric says, I've been to the Civil Rights Museum twice. First time I was in elementary school, and second was in 2019. I was really impressed with the improvement since. Yep. Miss Lori says, I would like to see too many places in the U.S., but travel in America is very expensive from West Coast, so I would have to give up international. Yeah, that's true. Miss Carol says, I'd like to see the Grand Tetons and Glacier National Park. You know what's funny about what you just said there, Carol, is the fact that Grand Teton National Park is my favorite national park, and Glacier National Park is Blaine's, with Rayleigh Creative Travel's favorite national park. I've been on Route 66. It was cool to say I had been there. Yeah. Sparta. Do you know there is crystal caves you can go in the Bermuda? I have been in 2008. Very cool. Mike says Alcatraz is high on our bucket list. Pearl Harbor is awesome, Zoe says. Very cool. The Space Needle is cool. I've been up that. Very nice. Hoover Dam is awesome. Tammy says our tour guide in Gettysburg was such a great storyteller that while standing looking at the valley, you almost see the men coming over the ridge in your mind. Yeah, you're right. Gettysburg is actually something that I've actually been to as well. We went there on the same exact trip where we went to Washington, D.C. and to Virginia, and it was cool. You're right. They have a lot of the gates are still up, like the little fences, I guess is what they're called, and some of the cannons and stuff are still there. It was a very cool place. There at Hoover Dam, you can take all the damn, oh Lord. Come on, Keith, take all the damn pictures you want. I was disappointed without, a lot of people are, Tammy. A lot of people are. There's not much there at all. There really isn't much there to see. But just the fact that it's just a historical building and what it signifies is basically the main reason that people like it. But if you're going there to tour and you're expecting to see a lot of information, a lot of stuff like that, there really is not much there. We've seen several stops on Route 66 on our way to and from the Grand Canyon, and also made a stop on our way to Kansas City. Very cool. Any other regiment in the Army? I saw the Hoover Dam. Hey, Miss Linda, welcome in. Great to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Those DC memorials are awesome. Yes, sir. I've seen all the Smithsonian museums. We've seen a lot of them, Mike. We haven't seen them all, and I'd also like to go to the zoo there in DC. I hear that's pretty awesome as well. Love DC. Arlington National Cemetery is the first one so far I haven't been to yet. Oh, okay. Arlington is beautiful. Glacier is beautiful. In second grade, my class rode one of the last Santa Fe Super Chief for 25 cents each. Very cool. Hey, Roy, thank you so much for stopping in, buddy. Have a great night. Thank you. Tammy says, I went to Arlington Cemetery for Memorial Day and cried at the changing of the guard. It was so touching. Yep. I drove Route 66 from Amarillo to Flagstaff last year, stopped in Gallup, New Mexico for a night at an original hotel. That is awesome. Troy says, going to the Civil Rights Museum is as humbling as visiting Dachau concentration camp. Yep, you're right. We haven't been to Dachau. We've been close. When we were in Munich, our hotel we stayed at our last night there was very close to Dachau, but we haven't been. Dad and Mom are buried in Arlington Nationals. Wow. Wow, Tommy. That's pretty amazing. That's cool. The original hotel I meant to say to I got you, Nick. The zoo was awesome. We went at CPL a couple years ago. The fact that it's free and you're right about that. Miss Hermes says Arlington National is an amazing place to see, very touching. Blaine said we visited the Capitol and all the monuments back when I was 6. This was when you could walk around without fear on the Capitol grounds. Tomb of the Unknown was humbling for sure, even at 6. Yep, you're right. All right, so here's my last on the list, guys, and then I'll bring on Landon. So these are in South Dakota, and they are the Crazy Horse Monument and Mount Rushmore, which we've already talked about. Mount Rushmore. Hey, Sarah, good to see you. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. And then the other one, so Crazy Horse and Mount Rushmore in South Dakota. And then in Montana, the Little Bighorn battlefield. Battle of the Little Bighorn. General George Custer, Crazy Horse, Sitting Bull. That was an amazing, amazing sight to see for sure as well. seeing the monument they have there at Last Stand Hill, and all the tombstones. Like they have some that are like a reddish color, like a burgundy color. Some of the tombstones like brown. Some of them are like a lighter color. The ones that were the lighter color were the Cavalier soldiers, the ones that were fighting alongside General Custer, and then the red or burgundy ones were Native Americans that were killed there at Little Bighorn. So that's a really cool place to see as well. And then my last three, St. Louis, Missouri, you have the Gateway Arch, which is known as the Gateway to the West. You have the United States Capitol, and then finally, out there in North Carolina, by the way, if you guys don't know this, my favorite place in the United States to visit the ocean is the Outer Banks of North Carolina. That's an amazing, amazing place. It's a great place to visit the beach. It's very peaceful, very scenic, and it's awesome. But when we went there, we stayed in Kill Devil Hills, which is right next to the Wright Brothers Memorial. So we actually got to tour the Wright Brothers Memorial, where where the airplane, of course, was invented, and where they did their first flights. So that was very cool as well. So those are my 21 things, 21 national monuments to see in 2021. So what I'd like to do now, if I missed your comment, I'm sorry. I'll try to get back to it. But what I'd like to do now, while I'm calling for Mr. Landon to get out here and tell his jokes, is I would like to, first and foremost, thank all of our moderators and thank our partner channels, Blaine with Really Creative Travel, Darren with Magnificent Germany with Darren, Ford Man, a.k.a. Kenneth Oaks, and my oldest son, Poxerain. I would like to give also a very special thank you to all the supporters, because without you guys, there would be no YouTube. So what I'd like to ask is, if you are a YouTube creator, please put #creator in the chat. And if you are a supporter, which means you don't have any YouTube content, you just enjoy watching YouTube, please put #supporter. And if you see somebody here in the chat tonight that you are not familiar with, please consider going over, watching a video, leaving a comment, let them know that the Griswold family sent you. And if you like what you see, please subscribe. So let me go through these comments and see what I missed. Troy says Shiloh Battlefield National Park is a good park to visit. All right, cool. Mike says Stone Mountain was pretty cool in Georgia. Nick says George Custer fought at Gettysburg. Oh, that's cool. I enjoyed Crazy Horse as much or more than Mount Rushmore. Hey, Tina, welcome in. Stop. I've done all those. Zoe says, I used to live by the Outer Banks. Very cool. Shauna and I went through Cades Cove when we were on our honeymoon in 2006. It's been a long time. Also went to Laurel Falls and Clingman's Dome. Yeah, I've been to Clingman's Dome. Wright Brothers. Yes, sir. The Arch and the Capitol were great, but unfortunately never been to the Outer Banks. Yeah, it's a beautiful, if you like the ocean, Eric, it's the best place to go, my friend. It's awesome. My Christmas tradition when I lived in Virginia was going to the National Christmas Tree Lighting. If you ever get a chance to go, ask your congressman for tickets for it. It's very memorable.
Wait, what?
That's cool. What? I was in the Outer Banks last year on that road trip. Yeah. Did you know Custer was part of the 7th Cavalry Regiment? The movie We Were Soldiers was about 7th Cavalry Regiment. Hey, that is awesome. I did not know. Thank you, Troy. How amazing that they moved the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse inland in one piece. That's true, huh? All right, so let's see what creators and supporters we got in the house tonight, Landon. We got Mr. Eric B., creator and supporter. Blaine, creator, supporter. Miss Sarah Q's Cruisers, creator. Her and Bob. Wishing Mouse, Zoe, creator. BDF, the BFD, creator, supporter. Ford Man here, creator and supporter. Mike, Louie's Fat Life, supporter and creator. Troy, supporter. 6 Traveling Shorts. Hey, Shauna, good to see you. Creator. Hello, Sarah. Dave is supporter and creator. Dave, don't act like you didn't just start a channel now. Go check out Cruising on My Mind with Dave. He just started a channel. He'd really appreciate your support. Escaping the Empty Nest, creators. Thumbs up, please don't forget. Thank you so much, guys. My dad's supporter. Yes, indeed. Say hi, Pawpaw.
Hi, Pawpaw.
Terry Finley, creator and supporter. Najuma, supporter. Ashley, creator and supporter. I took a Humvee tour looking for wild horses in the outer. That is awesome, Linda. You want to see the wild horses, what I really recommend is just go a state north to Virginia. And there in Maryland and Virginia, they have the Chincoteague and Assateague Islands. You can actually take a boat tour out of Chincoteague Island, and they'll take you actually out into the water, and you can get up close and personal with wild horses there. And that was awesome.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I went to Shiloh.
They let me drive the boat for a little.
They did, huh? I went to Shiloh on my 2020 road trip. So cool. Linda Barker, supporter. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I did as well, Linda. Corolla Linda. Yep. Creator, supporter. Magnificent Germany with Darren. T. Marie's Place, creator. Hey, Francisco. What's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. 28 in the house. I'm not looking at how many thumbs up there are, but I just, if you guys can, if you haven't yet, please smack those thumbs up for us.
What's that?
Miss Ermy, awesome supporter. Hey, people are waiting on you. You got Troy saying, hey, Landon. You got Miss Ermy saying, hey, Landon. You got Ashley saying she can't wait till your jokes. Hey, John, good to see you, man. Really great to see you. Thank you so much for being here. The cow pasture west of the Little Bighorn battlefield was once our winter cow pasture. Tell you more about the area. That is amazing. Thank you so much.
26, but now we have 27.
Oh, you're looking. So every week, Landon looks to see how many people I can get to watch us. And then he waits till he comes on and he sees if that number goes up because he thinks it's all about him. Tell you what.
I do too.
You do too. Pop says, Shanna says, hi, Landon.
Hi.
Shanna. Pop says, Landon, I hope you get your Xbox soon. Happy Valentine's, Kimberly. Najuma says, hey, Landon.
Hi.
Well, you think it's funny all these people are saying hi to you? It's all about you, huh? You think everybody's here for you?
Mm-hmm.
Your mom says hi. Nick says hi. Good Lord. Terry says hi. Jeez.
Hi.
All right, here we go. Without further ado, time for Jokes with Landon. This week's jokes are brought to you by the holiday that we're having tomorrow, Valentine's Day. So all the jokes that Landon are gonna, is gonna be telling you guys tonight have to do with Valentine's Day. All right, so let me put the mark so we can see who gets it first. You want to go ahead and ask that first one?
What did the stamp say to the envelope on Valentine's Day?
What did the stamp say to the envelope on Valentine's Day? I'm glad you didn't see that, but it did say 30 up there. Little punk. Miss Ermy says, I'm stuck on you. Is that right? Man, she got that fast. Good job, Miss Ermy. I'm stuck on you. Keith said, I got you licked. I want to just read to see what they say. I got you licked. Seal me. I'm stuck on you. I'm stuck on you. I'm stuck on you. I have you enclosed. And the correct answer, Lennon, was what? Miss Ermy got it right first. I'm stuck on you.
I'm stuck on you.
Good job. All right. Good job, everyone. Good job, Miss Ermy. Hey, joke number 2.
Why didn't the skeleton celebrate Valentine's Day?
Why didn't the skeleton celebrate Valentine's Day?
I don't know. Maybe it was something.
Hey, don't answer. Don't be cheating now.
I was just gonna give him a hint.
They didn't ask for a hint yet, goofball.
I don't care.
Hey, now, come on. Let's see. Mike says.
Oh, he already got it.
Here, we got some. Mike says no heart. Linda Baker says no. Linda Barker, sorry, says no heart. Ashley says no heart. Troy says he wanted a heart. Tommy says he was heartless. Eric says no heart.
No heart.
Pop says he didn't have a heart. Lori says.
Exactly.
Lori says I can't see my ghost. Dave says he had no skin in the game. That's a pretty good one. Because no one loves him because he's a skeleton. He had no heart. He doesn't have a heart. His heart wasn't in it.
That's a little hard.
Correct answer is what? Basically, it's that he had no heart, right?
He had no heart.
But the correct answer, according to the joke that we have, says his heart wasn't in it. So everybody that said he had no heart, looked like Mr. Mike got it right first. Congratulations. That's exactly right. Good job, guys. Good job. All right. Joke number 3. Come on, hurry.
Why did the sheriff lock up his Valentine?
Stop eating while you're doing these jokes. People don't want to see you talk with food in your mouth. Are you done eating?
After that.
I'll repeat it then. Why did the sheriff lock up his Valentine?
After this and the other one.
Oh. I see we got some answers coming in. Blaine says heartless. Well, he was answering from the last one. It stole her heart. She stole his heart. That's what Mike says. Stole his heart. Stole his, Blaine meant. Heartless fool. Eric says B, his heart was stolen. His heart was stolen. Breaking his heart. Stole his heart. So he could keep him. He stole his heart. Because his heart was stolen. She stole his heart. Yep. Looks like they're almost all right. So who got it right first?
It was she stole her heart.
I think Blaine got it right first. Stole her heart. Stole his heart. She stole his heart. Because he corrected it. Stole his heart. And Mike, it was right behind him. So good job, guys. She stole his heart.
I need some water.
You need to hurry up and finish these jokes, little boy. Come on. We got to go. Kenny's waiting on us.
Magic.
Number 4. Go ahead, Landon. Number 4. It didn't say if the sheriff was male or female. Hey, that's a good point. Shauna said cheaters. All right, come on. Number 4.
Number 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me. What do you call 2 birds in love?
What do you call 2 birds in love?
They're about to get this one right away. Never mind, maybe they won't.
I rate that a 9, Lennon. A couple of lovebirds, 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 lovebirds. They're all saying lovebirds. They're all saying lovebirds. Are any of them right?
No.
They're not right?
No.
Okay, so what is the right answer here? Oh, Lord, look what Jonathan said. parents. Oh, Blaine got it.
Oh.
Blaine got it. We call them tweet hearts. Good job, Blaine. Stop kicking the thing all over, man. Come on now.
Me.
All right, couple more. Then I'm going to send him to bed. Yeah, right. All right, come on.
Oh, you can't send
Number
me to
5.
bed.
Number 5.
How can you?
No, number 5.
Exactly.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
How can you tell when a squirrel is in love?
How can you tell when a squirrel is in love? Hey, Becca, good to see you. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. I told you, Blaine is low-key, very smart. Yeah, either that or Blaine loves dad jokes.
Or it's high key. Never mind.
Tommy says he goes nuts. Miss Lori says,
he was right.
Miss Lori said,
did.
bet at this time of night would be early for Lennon. He looked at his nuts. What in the world? It goes nuts. He shares his food. He goes nuts. Mike says, I'm not touching this one. He hides his nuts. He gets nuts. Lost his nuts. He shares his food with a woman. Checks its nuts. The correct answer is what, Lennon? Tommy got it right, right?
It goes nuts.
He goes nuts. Nick P says, I got a joke for Lennon. What country's capital has the fastest growing population in its capital city?
What?
It's Ireland, because every day is Dublin. Is that going? Pretty good. What do you tell him?
Thank you.
It's a good joke, Nick. Thank you. Pretty good, wasn't it? All right, number 6. Number 6, come on. Oh, Lord, come on. You want me to read it? Number 6, how did the cell phone propose to his girlfriend? How did the cell phone propose to his girlfriend? Blaine said, I've been to Ireland in 2020. I've been Dublin since quarantine. Jeez. We've got.
I can't take that.
Oh, the Nick P? Yeah, you're right. I was getting ready to do this. Called her. He called her. Long distance with a tweet. Texted her. Put a ring on her with a ring. Waited for the connection. He gave her a ring. He got a cell tower. DM'd her with a ring. With a ring. With its digits. He gave her a ring. Hey, Derek. Welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Hey, Doug. Good to see you, buddy.
What's up?
Welcome in. Left a ring on her digits. Kitty's in the room, can't answer. He gave her a ring. So who? The correct answer was he gave her a ring. All right, I don't remember who got it first. Rayleigh, again. Jeez. Blaine. Landon, knock, knock. Hey, who's there?
Who's there?
All right. 2 more. Last one, and then we're going to – I got a special announcement I need to make, and then we're going to go raid Mr. Kenny Fordman. All right, number 7. She didn't say anything yet. That's the joke. She can type it still.
What do you call a very small Valentine?
What do you call a very small Valentine?
Ermi said, Blaine, stop cheating.
Blaine, stop cheating. Blaine's hanging out with Avery tonight. Landon gave Blaine all the answers before the live stream.
I totally didn't. I didn't go on Facebook and message him the answers. But no, I really didn't for alone.
Cheap. Tiny. A Valentine. Sweetheart. All right, what's the answer, Landon?
Valentine.
Valentine. Good job, Zoe. I'm waiting to see if Ashley finishes her joke. Oh, she said orange. Don't pass out on me. She said orange. Say orange who?
Orange who? Excuse me.
All right, guys. While we're waiting on Ashley to finish her knock-knock joke with Landon, let me just say real fast that we do have a Facebook group. It's Griswold Family Vacay Traveling with Kids. Please go over and connect with us over there. We keep our Facebook group as fun as possible and as interactive as possible. We have a creators corner over there. We have polls over there. We ask questions and stuff like that. We ask you to post your pictures of your travels or anything you find fun about traveling or about education, since it is with kids as well. We'd love to have you if you're not a member yet. Well, I also do want to mention that my wife, Kimberly, does sell an amazing environmentally friendly product known as Norwex. If you haven't heard of Norwex, please check her link out in the description below. And if you would like to help support our channel by grabbing some merch, please see the link in the description below. Here's an example of one of the trucker hats that we have on our channel. So we would love to have you check out our merch shop if you haven't. Let's see if she finished her joke, and then I'm gonna. Oh, orange who? Orange Valentines.
I don't get it.
And she said, knock knock, who's there? Orange. I thought you said banana. Oh Lord. Everybody's saying great jokes, Landon. Tell them thank you.
I don't get that one.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now get out of here.
Make me.
Miss Ermi says I wear the Griswold's net hat every day outside with freezing weather, and it keeps me nice. Hey, thank you so much, Miss Ermi.
You're right.
I got me a couple shirts. We love them. Awesome. Thank you, guys. All right, Miss L'Oreal. I sure will. All right, guys. The last thing I want to say is just very, very important is that the very first community that I became a part of when I first joined YouTube was the Disney community, the Disney genre. And one of the members of the Disney YouTube genre, his name is Mr. Pete McDevitt, is he's having a lot of medical problems right now, and he recently had an amputation, and he has another YouTuber by the name of Mouse Talk has created a GoFundMe page for him. And those of you who have been to Hollywood Studios, you know the ride Hollywood Tower of Terror. Well, Walt from Mouse Talk is terrified of this ride, but he's going to ride it for and Pete's honor, Pete McDevitt's honor. And so he's going to have his live stream next Sunday, February the 21st. So if everybody first and foremost would go over and check out Walt at Mouse Talk and subscribe, and also go over to Pete McDevitt's channel and subscribe. Let him know that we sent you. We would very much appreciate that. And the GoFundMe account for Pete McDevitt is right there. Miss Tina from Tina Reed's Place just put it in the chat. So it's right there financially. There's the Venmo. And then also a GoFundMe account has been created for Pete by Mouse Talk. Let's share this out and spread the word and raise money for Pete. And there's the GoFundMe page right there. So if you guys can donate, that would be amazing. And if you can't, if you could just share the link out, I do have it in the description below. If you would just share that out on your social media platforms, and also just say prayers for Pete and his family, that would be very much appreciated. So here is the link for Mouse Talk. So you can go over there next Saturday, the 21st, and check out his live stream. Subscribe to their channel. There are some awesome people, Walt and Melissa. And then here is the channel for Pete. So if you're not connected with those two channels, please go and do so. Please consider donating to the GoFundMe page, and also to share the link out on your social media would be very much appreciative. All right, guys. So that's it for us for this week. We hope to see everybody Wednesday night for trivia. I think right now on our poll in our Facebook group, what's winning the trivia is Universal Studios rides. So this coming Wednesday at 10 o'clock Eastern time, as of right now, the category is going to be Universal Studios rides.
You didn't even see what I
said
oof in the chat.
Yeah, hey, and don't do that. Nobody wants to see your mouth like that, okay? Tell Miss Lori you're sorry.
Sorry.
Come tell her.
Sorry.
Come tell her right here. Just get on there and say sorry, Lori.
Sorry, Lori.
All right, guys. So if somebody could please put the link for Mr. Kenny Fordman in the chat, we'll go over there and rate him. Thank you guys so much again for being here. I really do appreciate you guys taking time out of your Saturday nights to hang out with us. And I do hope, like my dad says, everyone does have a very awesome Valentine's Day. Make sure to spend time with the ones you love and let them know exactly how much you love them. And then here is Mr. Fordman's link. Click on that. Go over there. Visit Fordman. Let them know that Griswold Family Vacay sent you. We'd very much appreciate that. Again, thank you guys so much for being here tonight. We hope to see you next Wednesday. And as always, take time to make memories. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much.
I'm feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knew my name, and all my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, you can keep your 9 to 5, 'cause I'm happy with the simple life.